Okay. Um. Hello. Uh. Wow, this is ridiculously hard. This is my first video ever. I don't know how the fuck people can do this for a job. This is not comfortable for me to do. Um. I'm just gonna kind of start talking, I guess. I am just a guy that's had a lot on his mind recently. And I feel like just kind of, Jesus, just kind of saying it, putting it all out there in the world. It's be good for me. Um, this is, fuck, this is hard, man. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm just gonna sort of introduce myself. I am a tradesman. I work in the energy generation field. I'm 21 whole years of age, so not, still a youngin'. But, um, I used to live in the great old state of Michigan. Lived all around Michigan, all the way up in, the upper half a little bit, down in the lower half a little bit. I lived all over the place. And I went to college up top up in the Keweenaw Peninsula in a place called Michigan Tech. Fuck me. And I didn't really like it. I did a year. I just barely finished high school and almost didn't graduate because I couldn't be asked to do my homework, and just because I hated school so much. It was just not good for me, you know? I just hated it. I hated everything about it. Um, there was literally nothing I enjoyed about school except for friends, just being able to hang out and meet new people or whatever and just talk. Well, not new people. I had a graduating class of just over 100 students, so I didn't go to a big school or anything like that. But I kind of grew up with these people, and then I went off to college expecting to make more friends, and then I only did it for a year before deciding I hated it. So I gave up, and I was like, well, shit, I need something to do. I need to do something with my life. So I kind of, I went and did took a course in industrial maintenance. I did all that, and then I ended up moving out to Wyoming because I got a job and out there at Yellowstone National Park as a boiler technician. I loved it. It was fun. It was really fun. I went out there with, well, let me just go um, back a couple steps here. I had a relationship during high school and college that lasted for just over 3 years, and it was good for me in a lot of ways and bad for me in a lot of ways. I went off to college, and she was still in high school, and it got to the point where we were sharing our location with each other, and which was a big mistake. I would come to learn, um, but anyway, um, she basically made my college experience part. This is I just kind of wanted to say all that because part of my reasoning behind moving out to Wyoming was because I had to get away from home. I had to leave my home. I had to get away from my hometown. It was like eating away at me, going to places that we used to go and, doing things that we used to do. And it was just not it. But, thank you for that. Anyway, it was just, I needed to go. So I left. I went out to Wyoming with my new relationship, my new girlfriend. And we were only supposed to be there for, um, 7 months, 6 months, 7 months. But I ended up landing a full-time gig there as a full-time boiler operator, which means I didn't just stay for that 7-month season. I was basically just on permanently. I was part of their permanent team, which was cool. It was like the biggest job I've ever got, and it was the most amount of money I ever made, and I think I made $23.60 something. It was nothing really. But living out there was so draining because it was hours to the nearest store, and the gas was just terrible. And a couple months in, my girlfriend got fired from her job because her manager did not like her. Her manager at the time did not like her at all. And so he basically, what he did was he took money out of her. She worked food service. She was a manager at a food service restaurant. He took money out of her till, and so basically her till was not full, and they they fired her for it, which is just wild. But anyway, that's just the way it goes. So she was basically just living with me while I worked, and it was not sustainable in the slightest. Living off of one income and having to drive everywhere for going out and doing things that weren't in the park, it was just not good. So we spent an entire summer there, an entire winter there, and she hated being there basically during the winter time because she didn't go out, she didn't go anywhere really, because she didn't have a job, so she didn't have any reason to leave the house really. And so she ended up really hating living there. And so we left. So I got a new job making far more money. Well, a livable wage, I would say. Like your standard average American income. But that has landed me in Wisconsin, a state I had never been in or visited or done anything before I came here for my in-person interview. We drove all the way from Wyoming to Wisconsin in my good old Ford 02 Ford F-150 that was at the time, that was at the time experiencing serious front end issues with the suspension and whatnot. So that kind of sucked. I thought we were going to break down the whole drive there. But, my interview went great. I got the job, and we toured the place a little bit, and I got, um, we did that. Now we live in this new place, which is all great and all, but while I was in Yellowstone, my old high school friend group decided that it was best for them to not talk to me anymore because of mistakes I've made in my past, and they thought those mistakes were gonna come back and hurt them somehow, and they decided to leave. They cut all contact. Everybody except for one person in that friend group stopped talking to me entirely. Which is, I guess it's okay, but it's, made life kind of dull because I don't exactly have many people to hang out with or talk to. That's why I am starting to do this, so I can just get my thoughts out there. So I don't know. I've just been thinking a lot about what might have happened if I still talk to those guys. I don't know. Lately I've just been really wanting to just talk to somebody, just hang out and talk to somebody that isn't. I've got a friend from college still. I don't know. I don't really know where I'm going with this. I'm just kind of rambling because this is the first time I'm doing this, and this is like the introductory video, I guess. I don't know how long I want to make it. I don't know. But I just need to have a place I can sit and talk about my day or my week or just something that's been I've been thinking about, I think that'll be good for me. So yeah, that's just kind of my story, my all the way up to here, my story. I don't know. I really don't have too much else to say other than that. And I guess just kind of, I hope things change for the better in the future. I highly doubt anybody's gonna watch this, But I don't know. It's just it's something. It gives me just a little bit of something to talk about, Okay. I'm supposed to be talking during these, and I don't know. There's just not much to say anymore. Maybe I'll be done. Maybe I'll be done for today. I just kind of feel like I'm going insane, Like, I've got stuff to talk about, but nobody to talk about it with. Nobody to talk to about it. That's the right phrasing. Yeah. Okay, enough sappy shit. Maybe. That was kind of my backstory, That was the whole thing. That was everything that made me think about starting this process. Yeah. I don't know. Just let me know what the people watch. I keep saying that. I keep saying it. It's not gonna happen. Nobody's gonna find this. Unless they do. Look at me go, I'm insane. Going off my rocker already. Well, if you did manage to make it through all of my incoherent rambling, thank you. You know, thank you for watching. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Wasn't much, but you did it. You made it through. You made it through the one. You made it through the first video I've ever made. Good on ya. I think that'll be it for today.